Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I'm still in the newer monster rover carrier, land carrier, and I prepared some stuff for the scout drone build, or the aerial scout UAV build that I kind of want to do. Again, we need an UAV to scout out locations and to be maybe do some cool shots of what we have here, and again to be able to identify enemy locations if we get any more. Remarkably, I didn't get attacked anymore, but I have to say I prepared the carrier a bit, and I'm placing some guns around to be able to defend the whole ship. I'm also preparing weapons emplacements to put down some protective miniguns and to put down some artillery and assault cannons. I also am preparing the placements for containers so that we can fill up some containers with excess ingots. And I'm still working a bit on the details. In one of our live streams that we recently did, I found there were some water towers, and I kind of took inspiration from them and worked out some details on these radar domes that I kind of want to place around. Here in the back I can't do that because there's not enough space. But I'm working a bit on details to give it a bit more of. Again, we need texture for the whole thing. That's the main issue. That's why I'm working with rails, and then the next thing will be kind of, when I'm done with that, a color run to change out some colors, to work a bit on that. That's why I also kind of went with the gray gantries here, and I need to do that on other parts too, to give some color difference. Kind of want to change out the color of the conveyors here and that stuff, so that again we hopefully get some details in and get some texture into the whole thing. I'm fairly happy with the thing, but today the plan is to work a bit on the UAV. So we have two batteries, and we will go with maybe 2 thrusters to get that thing into the air. I decided at the moment to not put the aerodynamics in. That would work, I'm pretty sure, but I have to admit that at the moment it is easier for the PC and all that stuff to not go with just let us take a short look. I'm up to 0.8 at the moment because I'm not too close to the base, and I don't know what happened, but we got some simulation speed back. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. So it's and I don't want to put in more stuff that might slow that down. So we will go with the wings, and I also have the plane parts that should put that basically should be the same, should have the same effects as the normal wings. That's why I have these small parts here, and also the wheels that are pretty nice. I might have to do some, I don't know, Curiosity type rovers or something with that, because these small wheels are just nice. They work like wheels, but with this plain aesthetic. I will not fold them in there. It doesn't matter. I want to put. So this will be the whole airframe. I hope that I can go with just 2 batteries, and I need to put something in where I can load the batteries. So I will, I think, put a small reactor on this stem here for now to load the batteries, but I will have to add maybe a rotor part or something like that, so that I can lock these planes to rotors, because I think that connectors are just too big, so that I want to circumvent that with maybe rotor parts for storage and for reloading these things then in the end. So I hope that I have some uranium here. Ugh. Just in the reactor. That's not good, but we will grab that. So for now, just to load the batteries of the test plane, we will go with that. But for the rest, we will have to find a way to reload the whole thing. I'm also putting in walkways to access all the areas. Ugh. It would have been easier to just go through the hangar. I at the moment have the reactor just down there in the guts where I basically never want to be again at one point. So I will have to bring that to somewhere else, and then maybe grab some uranium to have the... I want to have the thing run mainly on batteries and on solar and all that stuff. I'm not sure how easy that will be. Let us just grab 50 uranium just to get the reactor running and to fill up the batteries that are on there for now. I think I can go with 2 thrusters. 2 small thrusters should be absolutely enough to run the whole thing. So, by the way, to make all these ways kind of easier, at one point I kind of want to mainly stay somewhere in this area. This has a connection to the hangar down there, so I can walk from here to there and then get into vehicles or stuff like that, and from there I have a good way into the back part of the system, so that hopefully the front part and the other parts I really don't need to walk into anymore, to limit the area that I need to go to. Kind of, it's I'm trying to make it nice, but I'm also trying to kind of not have to walk through the whole thing over and over again. Okay, the batteries should load. I have a panel on top. I hope that 2 gyros are enough. I'm trying to keep everything to... Okay. Will recharge in 4 hours. That doesn't matter. I want to build on this a bit more. So I need thrusters. I kind of want to put them somewhere over the wheels or maybe in front of the wheels to keep the weight kind of in this area. So that's why the batteries are where they are. What I could do is maybe have the thrusters somewhere here. I will go with vanilla thrusters just to... We will take a look if we take the vanilla thrusters. I also have these armor thrusters, but I think I will just go with normal thrusters here. I think I will use the normal ones, not the... I will use these ones, not the the sci-fi ones. Normally I would like to open it up here just to not have the air intakes blocked or something like that. So we could do something with... Oh no! Okay, the gyro needs to be attached to the battery. The UAV, by the way, gets a different color. We will not use the sci-fi thrusters. Not gyro. This one, 2, and then 6. Set it up on the battery. The batteries are basically the spine of the whole thing. I might cover them up with some panels, because that should be the maximum thickness of the whole thing. I want this thing to be not too small, but also not too crazy big, because it is just a UAV. I don't know. It might get guns, but I might also just stay away from the guns, because why have that? I mainly want to use these things to scout out viable ways for the carrier to use, because we can't see over the hills there, and if we drive there and then we end up in a crater field, driving this thing back or turning it around will take a while. So if we can plot a course maybe before we do anything else, would be nice. And I have the small wheeled drones that I can use for that, but I also want to be able to see it from higher up. That's the main thing for these UAVs. So we go with some slopes. I can't speak today. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I might get a little bit sick at the moment. At work there is things going around that's not the big C word. Usually I'm able to deal with that, but it's weird. The teachers have the same kinds of troubles, and one of the class teachers I have just told me today that she's not feeling well, and I said I'm not feeling well. It is everything is falling apart right now. But that's a usual thing for us. Okay, it kind of gets I would like to be able to, the dumb thing is there's no real air intakes, and I might just make some up. I like there's one of these stealthy kind of drones that sometimes shows up in I don't know how they are called. It's one of the American stealth drones that is kind of this flying wing with, it looks a bit like, I don't know, and it has the air intakes on the bottom, and then it's pretty flat. Something like that would be nice. It needs to look a bit, I don't know, futuristic. This needs to change. I would like to widen it a bit to the back. So let us go with the... How are these blocks? If we go and widen it a bit to the back, we could put this down, because I need a space. For one thing, we need to do that these drones, because they use computer magic to fly, we need to put some wings up top. And so that the whole thing gets a bit stabilized. And so it doesn't slip to the sides. That is then achieved by just putting in some wings up top. And I want to maybe be able to get this thing to fly today, at least for a teensy tiny bit. So we can go with this here. I want to hide the antenna a bit. It looks neat, but I need to not have it be completely exposed. So let us go with this. I would like to have that longer, but maybe we achieve that by then putting the attachment point on the back. So we will put the rotor head somewhere there. So get rid of this. Do this, and then we can cut this off, and the small rotor head will go here, and that will then be the attachment point for an eventual rotor thing. We might have to set up something. I don't know. It could be interesting to set up something to store the drones in the bottom part of the hangar, so that we can bring it in there, lock them into the system, then move them out of the way. Something, I don't know, that brings them up to the ceiling so that we can store more of them. Something like this. And I'm not sure how to deal with the whole landing situation. That could be interesting. I don't know if I'm able to do carrier landings. Rotor head. We will go with a standard rotor head. Just add it here, and then hopefully the rotor doesn't get flipped when we add that thing. So I think the wings. I might go with the main mod that brings in these wing types. Make them as flat as possible. Have them here on the... Ugh, it would be nicer if they were smaller. But on the other hand, it really doesn't matter right now. So we will bring that up to the front, but maybe find a nice way to make a bit of a tip on there. The one thing that I really despise is that there is no corner for these. As far as I know, maybe if we take another look at the wings, find rounded half. Let us see if there's something like that. Wingtip. Maybe. Oh, maybe there is something. Oh. No, that's what I'm searching for. Thank you. Thank you. That thing will have insane lift. If it would be a plane, there's a lot of wing area. I hope that the two thrusters are enough to speed up the whole thing. Maybe I put them not here. Maybe I put them somewhere on the side. I need these to keep the whole thing stable and to be able to kind of stop it from sliding. The thing with these wings is that if you don't have side thrust, these, as far as I know, we will test that. As far as I know, these things then keep the whole thing from just drifting to the side, because it tends to do that without any drag. And so we hopefully can prevent that. Is there something like a wingtip or something that we could put this in here and then this is wheels. There is a plane parts thing as far as I know. Takeshi. I don't know why everything lands in this. So wing flat edge. I need to reload battery and then give me a second. A big mistake on my part. I completely forgot to turn the recording back on. Now I have to basically do the thing that I wanted to cut out and come back to you with a half-finished thing. It doesn't matter. It's I'm struggling with the front. That's why it has this fork appearance, but I kind of like that it looks a bit like a thing out of a way old Buck Rogers movie and series and things. But I'm adding cameras, front one, bottom one. I need to name them, and the top one. And I also added hard points. So if I want to put Gatlings on here or something like that, I can do that. But put rockets on here. Whatever I need to just have a cargo container here, load the stuff in, and then it will be transferred here. I covered up the parts with the armor panelings up top too, except for the battery indicators. I want to be able to see that. And then I need to also cover up the thrusters. I ignored now the whole doing intakes part, because now that I'm adding too much bulk and the whole thing might end up being too heavy for the two thrusters. So one thing I added that I want to test if that has any meaning is these things, plane air brakes. I want to see if they do anything. So we need to group them. Air brake. Save them. Then we need to name this camera. Again, the new menu of Build Vision is kind of neat. It makes the whole experience a bit smoother, but I still have to get completely used to the whole thing. Now you don't have to middle click anything anymore. You just scroll basically, and that's pretty neat. I think down is the wrong word. It would be dorsal or something. But I could wait until the batteries have more charge. Maybe wait till tomorrow or so, and then come back with filled batteries, fully recharged in 7 hours. That's a lot of time. Maybe if I turn off the fully recharged in 3 hours. The gyroscope are negligible. The remote control is also... I need that. It is also filling this, so maybe set that to discharge, and then we will see how fast the 2 batteries are filled up. I think I could do that this way, that I want to test some things and set up some things in the remote control block. Let us do that now, and then we will do the test flight later. I want to do it this video, but then maybe I can record it tomorrow or something like that. It's all these things over multiple days. I would also like to have another camera, maybe in the back of the plane. Would be nice to see the plane while flying it. So if I could put a camera somewhere here, that would be neat. It would be neat to have a view over the plane. Question is, can I do that in a way where it is not too intrusive, not too crazy big? It would make flying a bit easier. I could camera. Something here so that I can have a bit of a better view where the whole thing is while I'm flying it. It is fairly hidden, but I'm not too happy with it. I could say if I make something in between these things, we will fly it with this, and then flight cam. Turn this off. Okay, let me see if I can get... is my thing on remote control? Scout drone, and this is the UAV. Scout UAV. You should show up. Maybe it did, and I kind of missed out on it. I turned off the camera. That the antenna. That's how clever of you. I can do that once I have set up everything. So now we need some settings for Scout UAV control, and then we put down some cameras. So camera, light cam will be 1. View this. Camera front will be 2. View this. And then we go camera down, camera up. We do the remote control block 6 and do the handbrake. I want the groove to be number 8. Is there any more settings for this that anyone can use? Open toggle block on. Okay, we don't need that. Let me go to the back of the thing. So this is really an air brake where something definitely pops out of the thing, but the question is, does it do anything? Is it bringing the whole thing to a stop? That would be interesting. Maybe it is a thruster that works when it is opened up, and then it basically puts okay, flight front, down, up, nice. And from here we should be able to fly the whole thing relatively easy. By the way, I'm constantly thinking about a catapult start system for these things, and I'm pretty sure that would constitute crazy piston contraptions. But the big problem is I can't do anything with gravity here, otherwise I would use a gravity catapult, but I can't. I'm on a planet. So something with pistons that just flings the whole thing away, that would be nice. But I'm not sure if that's a good idea. So do I have... No, I'm scared that I have the cheat mode on because I did some copying of grids. Not copying of grids. Yeah, copying of grids in and out to remove some strain on the whole thing, and I forgot if I turned that off again. Okay, it's a bit flat. It's a bit flat again. Maybe I need to put in some sort of bottom part with some... I will have to see how the flights work, if I have the necessary space for that. I'm not sure. So let us get in control of it again. Then K. We need to bring up the strength on the wheels. It is at... We will go to 70. That might be too much. But we need to see once it drops down. The friction can stay that way. The speed limit is just... That's for maneuvering the whole thing around. I hope that doesn't limit the speed limit when it comes to the thrusters. I hope they don't break or something weird. Do I need to set anything? No. The landing gear is not part of the plane. The control panel can stay there so that I can access that thing. Gyroscope, I hope they are enough. If they are not, I need to put some more in. Otherwise that whole thing might be sluggish, and that's something I don't want. But again, I could have made it too big now, and I might have to add some more thrust in the end. I have space here, maybe. Maybe I can cut into the whole thing and put some thrusters in here to kind of hide them away, to give them some protections from the sides, and so that if we get in contact with the enemy, that it doesn't get shot down immediately because it loses thrust. I want to lose and fly. Maybe we do it that way. I will cut away, come back to you, and then it will be tomorrow or something like that. Or I will wait a few hours and see if I can still record then. I'm interested to have that thing fly. Maybe roll on the runway first to see if the thrust is enough, if that thing gets up to speed quick, or if it just takes a while to get into gear. We will see. Good, that's how we do it, people. Back in a second. So I'm back with hopefully now loaded battery, or 2 loaded batteries here. I've changed out the reactor. It is just this is so much better at loading this, but yeah, I don't know, it took minutes then, but I kind of I had a brain fart, and this idea came so much later that I have to admit that I did it, and then saw oh man, this works a lot faster. But then I had to stop recording anyways. Okay, displays. I need some displays. I want to move this loading port out of the way so that I then... Come on. Build this. So that I then have the whole landing strip here to land eventually. I hope this works out. Landing gear. Unlock. Again, it doesn't need to be fast or anything. I just need to move it out of the way. And I want to later maybe put some more landing gears on. Or I could make a small rover out of this or something like this, so that I have the capability to load the planes or the UAVs on the deck. That's something I need to think about. One of these things could come in and not be able to, I don't know, to be shuffled into the parking spot or something like this. And then I might want to be able to load it. So let us see. We need to turn on the antenna. It is already turned on. We need a nice space somewhere where we can sit and then steer that thing from there. And we need to check the antennas on the carrier. I will use this thing for now. Although, let's use this thing. Antenna. I think I need full range. I don't want anything to run out of okay, Scout UAV remote access, Scout UAV control. Use this. The handbrake is turned off. Ooh, okay. Okay, we have definitely should have enough power. Okay, let us roll backwards. I think I need a camera in the back. Otherwise, this could end. It could end in a bad way anyways. I need to train with these things. So I might... Let's do something before we go out and ruin that thing. I should have thought about this before, and I'm pretty sure people are already screaming. With me. We need a blueprint so that we can if that thing crashes, we can bring it back a lot more easy. But again, it will be a test flight. We will just maybe do a turn or two over the carrier, and hopefully we then can land that thing back where we want it. Let us see if this works. This works. So we have enough we have enough speed to go with a to get off of the carrier, and I can stop. Okay, see, that's we could go with thrust overrides. I'm pretty sure Remethab would suggest that, because we are not running dampeners right now, and the ship keeps its speed as long as we don't move it. But that means that the side wings do what we want them to do, that they keep the whole thing stable and keep it from slipping. That's a good thing. Nice. We could add more gyros. That would make the thing a bit more snappy. The roll took a bit, but with this we definitely can do something. That's neat. Okay, 400 something meters. Keep it in the air. We have energy for roughly 2 hours, even with the thrusters on full blast right now. One thing I want to see is the air brakes definitely do something. So let me get back up to speed. So that speed 8 slows down, and they take a while to get back. That's neat. So we can do maneuvers with that. We might need another form of UAV, one that is able to hover, so that we can have something that we can position somewhere and then leave it there. But that could be a really, really small thing. But I want to have this to definitely scout out ways for the carrier. So should we do an attempted landing and see how bad this will work? By the way, you can see all these gray things on the ground that are usually boreholes or something like that. This works remarkably well. I'm really, really happy with this. Okay, I'm not a good pilot when it comes to normal planes. So let us try to land this thing. I might want to do some things with the... no, too fast. Okay. This is... This is hard. We do another try. I'm trying to steer with the other buttons, and that's just not what I need. I just need maybe a bit of a longer run up, and I maybe should install some lights or something so that we can see where everything is and touch down a bit better. I need to bring the brakes in closer so that I can maybe stop it a bit. So let us slow it down so that it's not so fast. And then we touch it down and overshoot. So landing brakes back in. The wings work well even in slower speeds. That's a good thing. So how slow can I go and then still keep me up? But we did we will call this the emergency landing procedure, where we land and then immediately take off again, because that's something that I'm pretty sure is trained on carriers, and we will we have to do the same. It's training. We will try to go slower. Try to go slower, and then we're at 150 meters. Brake. Get in. Get in. Get in. Bring the nose down. 8. No. I need to also brake on the ground. So the air brakes are I'm able to overcome the air brakes, so I can still fly even with the air brakes turned on. So I could just I will turn them on approach and leave them on, and then brake with the wheels too. One last attempt, otherwise I will, I don't know, do something radical so that I don't do 400 attempts of landing that thing. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Touchdown. Touchdown. Brake, 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 brake. Ooh, I know that there is an arrestor cable mod that is maybe useful. But we landed it. We brought it back onto the deck. And yeah, that's, I would say, a successful UAV that we can use. I'm pretty happy with the performance of that thing. Oh, I should have maybe used that view. But on the other hand, it worked out well. I'm happy with this. We will keep this thing. If you have suggestions for that thing, then let me know. If there's any pilots out there that have already brought down planes on carriers, what do I need to do with not the same physics as we have in the world, and aerodynamics that are just magic? Maybe you can help with that. But that worked out well. We didn't completely ruin our energy budget. That's amazing. That's amazing. We keep that thing. And the next thing I want to do is maybe find a way to load this up, to bring this in onto the elevator, then load it up downstairs. I will figure something out for this. But the UAVs, they now can help with scouting out the area. And for the next time, I might prepare a smaller thing that is able to hover, so that we can leave it somewhere and then drive towards it or something like that, so that we have options. So we have the wheel drones now. We will add some hover drones. We will have these things here. The problem with the hover drones is that they might run out of energy a lot earlier, because again, this thing, I can just drop thrust and get it run forward for a long time. So they definitely have a purpose for long range extended missions, something like that. Good people, I think that's all for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like on the video there, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.